The wine glass tilted in slow motion, the ruby-red liquid slicing through the golden restaurant lights as it cascaded down the white shirt of the quiet waitress standing frozen beside table 12. In that single moment, the entire room fell silent, and the humiliation struck harder than the cold wine soaking her skin. But no one, absolutely no one, knew that the woman being shamed in front of 100 people was the secret billionaire owner of the very restaurant they were sitting in. If you believe in kindness, compassion, and second chances, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Soulful Stories. Your support inspires us to create more heartfelt tales. Maya Khan stood stiffly, holding the empty tray as the cruel laugh of the CEO's girlfriend echoed across the polished marble floor. People pretended not to watch, turning their faces away while their eyes stayed locked on the scene. Maya's shirt clung to her chest, her dignity dripping to the floor with the wine. She offered a small nod and whispered an apology, even though she had done nothing wrong. The CEO's girlfriend, Zara, sat back in her velvet chair, smirking triumphantly as if she had accomplished something meaningful. The CEO, Adrian Cole, barely looked up from his phone. To them, Maya was nothing, just a servant, a worker, invisible. But hidden beneath that stain-soaked shirt was a truth no one suspected. Maya Khan was the sole heir to Khan Enterprises, the silent partner, the founder's daughter, and the complete owner of the luxury restaurant chain Cole and Crown. For 3 months, she had been working undercover in her own business, learning how her employees were treated, how customers behaved, and how truth looked when she wasn't wearing her billionaire mask. Tonight, she got her answer. Even so, the sting of humiliation cut deep. She had grown up surrounded by kindness and grace, and seeing cruelty always reminded her of the loneliness after her father's passing when greedy businessmen tried seizing her empire. She had learned to be strong, but strength did not stop pain. She excused herself quietly, stepping into the back hallway where her breath trembled, not because of the wine but because of the world she kept seeing, a world too quick to judge, too slow to understand. As she changed into a spare shirt, she reminded herself why she was doing this. She wanted to know the truth behind her staff's complaints about arrogant elite clientele, about entitled behavior, about how servers were treated as less than human. Tonight was proof. And it was time for real change. When she returned to the dining room, Zara's arrogant laughter still danced through the air like poisoned perfume. Customers whispered, some out of shock, some out of enjoyment at the drama. Adrian Cole, one of the city's youngest CEOs, sat calmly, unaware that his life was about to flip upside down. Maya simply continued working, her movements quiet but graceful, her eyes soft but steady. She greeted new customers, cleared plates, checked on kitchen staff, and made sure no one knew that inside her chest, a storm had already begun. But something unexpected happened. As Maya moved about the restaurant, Adrian began noticing her. Not in a romantic way, but in a human way, her calm endurance, her soft smile despite the humiliation, her strength wrapped in gentleness. A seed of discomfort planted itself in his heart. For the first time that night, he raised his eyes fully. And the sight of the young woman he had ignored, the one now carefully carrying plates despite being insulted moments earlier, made something in him shift. Meanwhile, Zara's satisfaction deepened. She loved moments where she could display dominance. To her, Maya had been the perfect target, silent, unassuming, hardworking. Zara believed kindness was weakness, and people who served her were beneath her. She didn't notice the way Adrian slowly stopped engaging with her, she didn't notice the unease forming in his eyes, or how everyone around them had grown uncomfortable. The night continued until Maya finally excused herself to the office upstairs, a place she rarely visited while undercover. She needed a moment to breathe. But what she didn't expect was Adrian following her, slipping inside before she could fully close the door. He apologized. Not the shallow, careless apology one gives out of guilt, but a sincere, heavy apology weighed with realization. He admitted he should have intervened, that he was ashamed of himself for staying silent. Maya simply nodded, accepting the apology without revealing who she truly was. But Adrian wasn't satisfied. He kept talking, about how the world had turned him into someone cold, someone who overlooked humanity, someone who forgot kindness.